You've been lied to about fuel additives. The automotive industry, dealerships, and manufacturers want you to believe that all gas is the same, that cheap cleaners work wonders, and that you need expensive fuel system services every few thousand miles. Here's the thing. They're banking on your ignorance to pad their profits. Most drivers waste hundreds, even thousands of dollars on ineffective treatments while their engines slowly choke on carbon deposits. Some of these additives can restore lost horsepower and save you from four-figure repair bills. Others are complete scams that the FTC has prosecuted. In the next few minutes, I'm going to expose the dirty secrets the industry doesn't want you to know, show you the exact data from independent testing, and give you the specific products that professional mechanics use. Let's get started. Fuel additive number 1. Top-tier gasoline. Most people think all gasoline is the same, that premium stations are selling you nothing but branding and marketing hype. You've probably filled up at the cheapest station in town, thinking you're being smart with your money. Here's the dirty secret. You're actually destroying your engine one tank at a time. The truth is, EPA detergent minimums were set back in 1996, and those standards are inadequate for modern engines. What they don't tell you is that bargain fuel forms heavy deposits on your intake valves and injectors within just a few thousand miles. According to AAA's independent testing, engines running on non-top-tier gasoline accumulated 19 times more intake deposits after just 4,000 miles. This translates to 2 to 4% lower fuel economy and up to 6% power loss. Instead, you should fill up exclusively at top-tier certified stations. We're talking Chevron, Shell, Costco, Exxon, and Mobil. This approach cuts deposit buildup by 60 to 90%. You'll notice improved idle stability on engines like the Ford 3.5 EcoBoost and GM 5.3 Vortec. The cost difference may be 3 to 7 cents more per gallon versus the $150 to $300 dealership induction cleaning. But if that shocked you, wait until you see the one additive that dissolves what fuel alone cannot. Fuel additive number 2, P cleaners. Techron Gum Out Regain, BG44K. You've probably been told any fuel system cleaner works, that the $4 bottle is the same as the $15 premium option. That's marketing talking, not chemistry. Here's the kicker. Only polyethyramine or PEA survives the brutal heat of combustion to actually remove baked-on carbon deposits. Most cheaper cleaners evaporate before they can do anything useful. Lab testing shows that PEA-based cleaners reduce chamber deposits by up to 70%. BG44K is the same formula used by Toyota and Lexus dealerships. They're charging you $200 for a bottle that costs them $12. Redline SI1 contains 30 to 50% PEA concentration, the highest on the consumer market. Here's what the pros actually do. They run a high PEA cleaner every 5,000 to 7,500 miles. One bottle through the tank, that's it. This approach restores 1 to 3 miles per gallon on engines suffering from carbon buildup. It resolves rough idle issues in the Hyundai 2.4 GDI, Audi 2.0 TFSI, and Ford 2.0 EcoBoost engines. You're spending $15 versus the $180 to $250 dealer service. And if you think overpriced cleaners are bad, wait until you hear about the ones that literally do nothing. Fuel additive number 3, the weak cleaners to avoid. Lucas Basic STP Supertech. Most people think a $4 injector cleaner will fix their bad fuel economy and rough running. Walk into any auto parts store, and the kid behind the counter will hand you the cheapest bottle and promise results. But here's the dirty secret. Many of these products are nothing more than heavy petroleum distillates, which are lubricants, not cleaners. When you read the MSDS safety data sheets, they show less than 5% active detergents. Engine teardown studies show zero measurable carbon reduction. Instead, avoid non-PEA formulas entirely and verify labels specifically mention PEA or list themselves as complete combustion chamber cleaners. This saves you from repeated ineffective treatments. Bottom line, you're saving $50 to $120 per year in useless additives. Older engines like the Toyota Corolla 1ZZFE and Honda Civic D Series respond far better to actual PEA-based products. But if you think weak cleaners are a problem, the next additive reveals an even bigger scam. If you're finding this information valuable, hit that like button to help other car owners discover these truths. Fuel additive number 4, octane boosters when they actually work. You've probably been told higher octane equals more horsepower in all engines. Marketing departments love this myth because it sells premium fuel and expensive additives to people who don't need them. Here's the reality check. Octane boost only increases power if your engine is knock limited. According to EPA testing, octane boosters give 0 horsepower increase in engines designed for regular fuel. What they don't tell you is that some octane boosters use MMT, which damages catalytic converters and oxygen sensors. Independent dyno testing on a stock Honda Accord showed identical horsepower on 87 versus 93 octane fuel. However, a Subaru WRX STI showed a 12 horsepower gain on 93 octane because the ECU could advance timing without knock. The simple fix is to use octane boosters only on high compression or turbocharged engines. We're talking Subaru WRX STI, Dodge Hellcat, BMW M2 and M3, and tuned EcoBoost F150 trucks. You avoid wasting $12 to $25 per bottle in non-performance vehicles. And if wasting money on gas additives bothers you, diesel owners face something far worse. Fuel additive number 5. Diesel injector cleaners. Stanadyne Power Service Diesel Extreme. Your diesel owner's manual probably doesn't mention this, but ultra-low sulfur diesel causes injector coking that gasoline engines never experience. Sulfur used to act as a lubricant, but environmental regulations removed it in 2006. Here's the thing. Dirty diesel injectors mean 20 to 30% power loss, hard starts, and eventually complete injector failure. Modern common rail diesel injectors operate at pressures exceeding 30,000 psi. Independent testing shows dirty injectors increase particulate emissions by 10 times. Stanadyne Performance Formula reduces injector wear by 24%. Hotshot's Diesel Extreme restored 3 to 5 miles per gallon on Powerstroke fleet trucks. Here's what diesel pros actually do. They add a quality diesel injector cleaner every 3,000 to 5,000 miles without fail. This prevents the $2,000 to $3,500 injector replacement. Your Duramax, Powerstroke, and Cummins engines all depend on clean injectors. But if dirty injectors are expensive, wait until you see what happens to your emission system. Subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more money-saving automotive insights. Fuel additive number 6. DPF and catalytic converter cleaners. Cataclean. Most people think once your diesel particulate filter or catalytic converter is clogged, replacement is your only option. Dealerships certainly want you to believe that, considering they charge $1,500 to $3,000 for the job. But here's the dirty secret. Specific additives can restore function before complete failure. According to independent fleet testing with Cataclean diesel, NOx emissions dropped by 16%, carbon monoxide dropped by 24%, DPF regeneration intervals increased by 21%, and fuel economy improved by 9.7%. The simple fix is to run Cataclean before emissions testing or when regeneration frequency increases. This reduces soot load in the DPF and extends time between regenerations. Mercedes OM 642 engines, Ford Transit 3.2 diesels, and Ram Eco diesel engines show measurable improvement. You're spending $35 versus thousands on premature replacement. And if you think DPF problems are costly, the next fuel additive prevents a completely different disaster during storage. Fuel additive number 7. Fuel stabilizers. Stabil Seafoam Storage. You've probably left gas in your car, motorcycle, or lawn equipment over winter, thinking it'll be fine when spring comes. Here's the reality: long storage equals oxidized fuel, rust formation, and gummed injectors. What they don't tell you is modern ethanol-blended fuels begin degrading in as little as 30 days. The ethanol absorbs moisture and promotes corrosion throughout your fuel system. Laboratory testing shows fuel stabilizers reduce oxidation and gum formation by over 70%. Instead, add fuel stabilizer when storing any vehicle or equipment for more than 30 days. Fill the tank completely, add the correct dose, and run the engine for 5 minutes. This protects injectors, fuel pumps, and carburetors from varnish buildup. You prevent $300 to $600 repair costs. Mustang GTs, Corvette C6s, and classic engines all benefit from this $10 preventive step. But if fuel degradation surprises you, wait until you hear what makes your diesel truck sound like a tractor. Fuel additive number 8. Cetane boosters. Power Service Stanadyne. Your diesel owner's manual specifies minimum cetane ratings, but most stations don't post their cetane numbers. Low cetane fuel causes noisy combustion, that characteristic diesel rattle, and hard cold starts in winter. Here's the kicker. Most pump diesel in North America rates between 40 and 45 cetane, while European diesel often exceeds 55 cetane. Independent testing shows cetane increases of 3 to 5 points reduce combustion noise by up to 50%. The simple fix is to add cetane booster to every tank during winter or whenever you experience hard starting or excessive noise. You'll notice smoother idle, less rattle, and reduced injector stress. Ford 7.3, Power Stroke, VW TDI engines, and Dodge 5.9 Cummins engines show dramatic noise reduction. And if cold weather scares you, the next fuel contaminant can destroy your engine even faster. Fuel additive number 9, water removers, ISO heat. Most people don't think about water contamination until they're stranded with a no-start condition. Water in fuel causes misfires, promotes rust, and can freeze in fuel lines during winter. Here's the thing. Water contamination is more common than you think, especially in humid regions and at older fuel stations. ISO heat contains isopropanol that absorbs water molecules and suspends them in the fuel, allowing them to pass through the system and burn in the combustion chamber. Instead, use ISO heat only when contamination is suspected or as preventive maintenance in freezing climates. This saves fuel pumps, which cost $400 to $800 to replace. Older GM trucks with steel tanks, Honda Civics pre-2005, and any vehicle filled at rural stations benefit from treatment. But if water contamination concerns you, you won't believe what the most controversial additive actually does. Fuel additive number 10, upper cylinder lubricants, Marvel Mystery Oil Seafoam. You've probably heard that Seafoam fixes everything, that it's a miracle, product for any engine problem. Internet forums are full of Seafoam success stories. But here's the reality check. Seafoam works mildly for specific issues, but overuse creates new problems. Seafoam is primarily a petroleum-based solvent and upper cylinder lubricant, not a comprehensive fuel system cleaner. Engine oil analysis labs report oil dilution increases by 6% after aggressive Seafoam treatments. Seafoam can also foul spark plugs and oxygen sensors if overused. Here's what the pros actually do. They use Seafoam sparingly, maybe 1 can per oil change interval added to fuel. This restores ring lubrication in older engines and reduces light knock. You'll see benefits on older carbureted engines, Jeep 4.0 inline 6 engines, and GM 3800 V6s. Modern GDI engines save your money for PEA-based cleaners instead. And if Seafoam abuse shocks you, wait until you hear about the fuel additive scam prosecuted by the federal government for $800,000. Fuel additive number 11, fuel catalyst scams, Envirotab's FTC case. Most people want to believe that some magic pill exists that boosts fuel economy by 20 to 40%. Companies like Envirotabs built entire businesses on this hope. Here's the thing. These claims are scientifically impossible and legally prosecuted. The Federal Trade Commission sued Envirotabs for false advertising. The company was fined $800,000. Independent laboratory testing showed these tablets had no measurable effect on combustion efficiency, emissions, or fuel economy. Instead, avoid any fuel additive claiming double-digit fuel economy improvements. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. This prevents engine contamination and protects your wallet from $20 to $40 scams. Real fuel economy improvements come from proper maintenance, correct tire pressure, and driving habits, not magic pills. But if fuel catalyst scams infuriate you, wait until you see how dealerships scam you with $200 services using $15 products. Fuel additive number 12, OEM cleaners versus dealer fuel system upsells. You've probably sat in a dealership service waiting room while an advisor tried selling you a $200 fuel induction service. They show you dirty throttle body photos and insist your car desperately needs this service. Here's the dirty secret. Dealerships push expensive fuel induction services that OEM maintenance schedules rarely recommend. If you read your owner's manual, you'll find no routine fuel system cleaning interval listed. GM's official position: only use fuel system cleaner if top-tier gasoline is not available. Toyota's maintenance schedule contains no routine induction cleaning service. Yet dealers insist you need this every 15 to 30,000 miles. The simple fix is to buy OEM-branded cleaners and use them yourself. GM Fuel System Treatment Plus costs $12. Toyota Combustion Cleaner costs $15. These are the exact products dealers use in their $200 services. This saves you hundreds of dollars yearly. GM 3.6, HFV 6, and Toyota 2GR FE engines maintain proper performance with occasional DIY cleaning. And if dealer markup scams anger you, the final fuel additive delivers dyno-proven results. Fuel additive number 13, multi-system additives, Hotshot Secret Far 3 Stiction Eliminator. Your high-mileage engine probably suffers from friction losses and sticky hydraulic lifters. Most people accept reduced performance as normal aging, but specific additives address multiple issues simultaneously. Here's the kicker. Products like Hotshot's Secret FR3 contain synthetic lubricants and cleaners that work through both fuel and oil systems. According to manufacturer dyno testing, FR3 increases rear wheel horsepower by 4 to 5% on worn engines. Independent oil analysis shows wear metals decrease by up to 43% after treatment. Here's what diesel mechanics actually do. They use these products on high-mileage trucks or engines showing lifter tick. This extends engine life, provides smoother acceleration, and delays expensive rebuilds. The Ford 6.0 Power Stroke responds particularly well. Ram 6.7, Cummins and Chevy 6.0 LS-based engines also show improvement. And that brings us to the final takeaway. Bottom line, fuel additives aren't all created equal, and the industry thrives on your confusion. You now know which additives deliver measurable results backed by independent testing, which ones are wastes of money, and which ones are outright scams. The difference between top-tier fuel and bargain gas alone can save you hundreds in avoided carbon cleaning services. PA-based cleaners restore performance for $15 instead of $250 at the dealer. And let's be real, those fuel catalyst pills? The FTC proved they're fraudulent. Use this information to make informed decisions and protect your engine investment. Now you have the truth. Hit like if you